to another episode of our Australia trip. I'm Hayley, this is Brad, and here's our setup that we travel around Australia full time in. Today is actually a bit of a sad day for me because it's cleaning day for the setup. So we've just come back from our Cape York trip and it's time to wash the red dirt off the van and the car. If you haven't watched our Cape York videos yet, make sure you check them out. They'll be the last few videos on our channel. But we've just rocked up today to Mariba, and apparently this is a pretty good caravan and car wash here. So we're going to see how we go and we'll let you know how it turns out.
Well, that was about an hour and a half's work and $40. It didn't bring it up 100%, but it's done a pretty good job to bring it back to where it was before we set off up to the Cape. I could probably give it a detail now and it'll be back to spick and span, so I'm really happy to get that red dust off it. Every time you rub up against something, you just get like dust all over you. Every time you go to pack the van up, you get all over your hands, so I think it looks pretty good now. It's a bit more respectable. Good morning everyone. We've made it down the range, down the Caravan range into Cairns. We were just going to flat out clean for a few days and not really film anything, but I thought this is the side that you don't see to the Cape. We'll show a bit of the clean up today. Obviously yesterday you saw the outside of the van getting cleaned. That's probably half the job. The other half is the however many loads of washing Hayley's doing today.
Another load done.
More soaking. Every crack and crevice has got nappy sand and whatever white linen we have.
And we made the mistake of taking so many white clothes to the Cape.
Yeah, they're pretty much orange now.
Yeah, all these like clothes here that need to be soaked because we wore them up at the Cape and they're just covered in like, they're just gross.
Yeah, so we've got our work cut out for us over the next couple of days to clean, restock, resupply. A not so glamorous side that you don't really see when you watch these caravanning videos.
I think it's finally done. It's taken us 3 days.
And now where are we taking off to?
Now we're going to Airlie Beach, so enough of the cleaning. We're ready to have some days of tropical paradise.
Good morning everyone. So we've made our way back down the coast from Cairns. We booked a few nights at Airlie Beach, so we missed it on our way up and we're hanging out for it. Overnight we just stayed in Proserpine in a little free camp in the town. We've got a few hours to kill this morning, so Hayley really wanted to come and have a look at Hideaway Bay, and I'm so glad we did because it is beautiful here. So we've parked the van up right on the side of the road overlooking the cliff and the water. We're going to make ourselves a beautiful coffee and enjoy the morning here. What are you doing?
I don't like birds.
We've just got a little mate here with us.
Make it go away.
No, he's cute. Hello, little buddy.
Oh, thank goodness.
Hope you're proud of yourself. You just ruined my morning.
I don't like birds. I've been attacked before. This is the Whitsunday.
This is a great way to kill a morning. Good morning from beautiful and sunny Airlie Beach.
Banger of the day.
It is a ripping day and we're making the most of it. We're going out on a full-on 8-hour boat tour, snorkeling, paddleboarding,
Whitsunday,
what is it? Whitehaven Beach,
yeah.
Hill Inlet, the whole kit and caboodle, so you're not going to want to miss today. Okay, so we've just punched out from the mainland about 40 k's through the strait. We went through Hook Passage and now we've just touched down onto Whitsunday Island, and we're about to go up and look at the world famous Hill Inlet
and Whitehaven Beach.
Yeah, the northern end of Whitehaven Beach. So
have a look over here. Look at that water over there. It's just so nice.
Everything we've seen on the boat ride so far has just been piscatorial. And I think the day's about to get a whole lot better because we've still got snorkeling, paddleboarding, barbecue lunch. I can see it.
Check this out.
It is breathtaking. Wow. Holy smokes. This has got to be one of the most breathtaking lookouts in Australia, if not the Southern Hemisphere.
I've seen so many photos of it, but the photos don't do it justice at all.
And I think we've picked the exact right tide to come. Well, we haven't picked it, it's just happened by chance. And the weather, like, look at the day.
Look at that boat just gliding across.
Yes. Within the space of a week, we've been at Elliot Falls. In my opinion, the best waterfall in Australia up at Cape York. Week later, Whitehaven Beach.
Look, that's the famous Instagram tree.
I didn't know there was a famous Instagram tree, but it looks like it's getting a workout. Wow.
What a spot.
So we just made it up to Hill Inlet Lookout, and the tour guides Luke and Isaac have just rattled off a bunch of facts about Whitehaven Beach, more than what I've ever known. One of the things was that the beach is made of silica sand and it's one of the most pure deposits in the world. And actually it's what the Hubble Space Telescope's lens was made out of. The silica melts down that clear, the glass is that clear that they used it for astrophotography.
How cool is that?
It's incredible. And a lot of movies have been filmed here too, so pretty cool to see. Hope you enjoyed the Hill Inlet. Just got back down to the beach. The boat's not here yet to pick us up, so we're going to take this time wisely and go for a dip. How beautiful.
Whitehaven Beach. I jumped off the boat, swam my way in. We also threw down a paddleboard, so I had to go on that too. And then Brad cruised around and paddled me around the bay for a little bit. Now we're back on the beach, just cracked open a beer. What a spot for it.
Cheers. The visibility wasn't all that hot, but you can't complain when you got a day like this. Alright, that wraps up today on the Whitsunday Bullet, exploring the islands around the Whitsundays. If you've got a spare day and you're thinking, what can I do in the Whitsundays or in Airlie Beach, go on this boat, because
not even a spare day. It's
not even a
must
spare
do.
day. Yeah, actually, if you come to Airlie Beach, do this. All right, thanks to Luke, Isaac, and Maddie on the Whitsunday Bullet, because made our day tops. Wow, wow, wow! This is my wife, ladies and gentlemen. I am a lucky man.
Stop it. We're going to Northerlies, which is some nice like beach bar and restaurant
Apparently it's the place to go.
on the water.
Airlie Beach Hotel, apparently. And Northerlies, but we're gonna go check it out, see what it's like.
Dressed up a bit.
Yeah,
put
I've got
makeup on for the first time in a while. Got my new dress on.
Oh, you are looking gorgeous, darling. Yeah, so we went for a walk this morning into Airlie Beach, looking for a bakery. One thing that lets Airlie Beach down is there's no bakery in town. Like hanging out for an apple turnover and no apple turnovers. We had to settle for a cafe meal instead, which is not good.
It's still good.
Not good
but
enough.
We do love an apple turnover.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, let's go out and check the Northerlies out.
Let's go. This is nice and tropical, isn't it?
Better than a Vegemite sandwich for lunch.
Yeah, I reckon.
Hello? This is Brad. Who's this? Oh, Barry. Yeah, what have you been up to? Yeah, mate, that's not living. This is living.
Today is our last day in Airlie Beach, so we thought that we would make the most of the spectacular weather, and we've come down to Shute Harbour. We actually saw this spot when we were on the boat the other day, and I asked one of the crew members, I was like, oh, what's that? And he said, oh, that's Shute Harbour. It's really nice there. There's a good walk up to a nice lookout, and it's a pretty decent walk. So we thought we'd come check it out today. I think it's called the Beak Lookout. As you can see, another spectacular spot. So I think there's more good views ahead as well.
We have been blessed by the weather.
I know.
It is uncharacteristically nice for us.
Usually, like, it might be sunny, but it's blowing a gale, or...
Who's Gale?
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, down with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me. Be free. Not looking back. Eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run. This is what we waited for. Oh, yeah. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, down with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me. Be free.
Alright, we've just come from the lagoons and I've got my squid jig. I'm gonna go try and catch a little bit of dinner, but we're at Shute Harbour. You know what really grinds my gears is when a car park has 300 empty spaces and they're still paying for park. You still have to pay for parking. There's pretty much nowhere around here where you can park for free. We parked all the way up the road just because I refuse to pay for parking, but I don't even know if they have squid down here, but I hope so. I'm gonna find out in a second.
But even in Airlie Beach, there was heaps of free parking options.
Yeah.
And then over here in Shute Harbour, it's like nothing, and everywhere's paid parking.
Yeah.
So rude.
Wake up to yourselves. So I've had a slow leak in my tyre ever since we got back from the Cape. It's sort of just been bleeding like 5 pounds of air every couple of days, and didn't get around to taking it to a tyre repair shop, but I was washing the car yesterday and I heard a little hissing coming out of the tyre and I found this little baby here. It's been in there for quite a while, but I'm quite excited because I get to use our tyre repair kit. It was one of the first bits of kit that we got when we had the Hilux, when we first took the Hilux on the beach, so I'm finally getting around to using it. They're quite affordable, so it's quite handy to have in this situation now. I don't need to go to a tyre shop and spend a lot of money for them to change my tyre or tell me what's wrong with it. So let's get into it. So first I'm going to remove the screw. Geez, that was in there. No wonder it was only leaking a little bit. So there's the culprit. And then I get this tool down here. Put a bit of lube on it.
Jeez, it's really hissing, hey?
Yeah, well now I've taken it out, it's gonna leak down. It's got a big gaping hole in it now. So as you can see, I just took the foil off it. I haven't used it before. Just put a dab of this lube on this reaming tool, I guess. So you just poke it in the hole to get it to the size you want the plug to be. You can see it's quite a small hole, so I need to open it up so I can fit the tyre plug into it. Roughs the hole up as well. We need to grab one of these babies. They're just like a sticky rubber thread, almost like a bit of rope that's rubberized. And you poke that through this little tool here. See how it has an eyelet with an opening? So I'll poke that through there. So that's equal, and I'll literally just shove it in the hole. Push it in all the way. There we go. That's what we wanted. So down, and I just yank that out. There we go. So that tool, that little opening in the end there, I just force pressure down with this thing, this collar, onto that, and just pulled out. So then it leaves the plug in there, And now I'll just use a knife and just cut that plug off and re-inflate, and it should be good to go. I'll let you know if it leaks or if it comes out, but I think that looks pretty sticky and I think it's going to stay there.